Hi, I'm Anthony Ardilli. I am an author of several books and the founder of the 12-step program, AFL-Addiction-Free Life. One of the questions I hear is, can I live a life addiction-free? My first response is, do you believe that addiction is treatable? Depending on how you answer that question will reflect on how you accept the answer to the first question. Now, I'm here to give you a few pointers on how you can live an addiction-free life. This is just my opinion. You may be seeking freedom from substance addiction or an impulse disorder like kleptomania. It could be behavior like gambling, pornography, shopping, or many other addictions that people face. See, depending on the level of your addiction, depends on how you live an addictive-free life. There is one common thread with them: your mindset. There's a quote by Norman Vincent Peale that I reference in the program. Change your thoughts and you change your world. And why do I use that? Because the way that we think determines the path we walk. I am a recovering addict. I have been clean from substances for over 32 years. After 9 years in recovery, I had a relapse with alcohol for about a year. Then finally, I got to the point where I surrendered my life because I wanted to have freedom from the addictions. Now, I am alcohol free for over 23 years. And since then, I have been searching out different levels of recovery: spiritual, medical, science, looking for what is the best way to stay clean and sober. Now, there are folks that say addiction is incurable. Once an addict, always an addict. Others disagree. It all depends on which side of the aisle you're looking at. If you are science driven, you might say, once you are an addict, you are just going to be that way until the day you die. If you are more realistic and you stand on the spiritual side, you might look at it from the standpoint that an addict can be cured. I have read many articles from both sides of the aisle, and they all make a great argument about the way that what they believe. I even read some articles from the medical side that says that addiction can be cured. So to answer the question I started with, do you believe that addiction is treatable? For me, the answer is yes. Addiction is a treatable disorder. Now here's the bottom line of some of the reports. If addiction can be cured, can you be set free from it? I'm here today to say, yes, you can be set free from the addiction. I'm free from it. Now, this is just my opinion, and I know that there are hundreds of people that will dispute that. I know that I live each and every day without thinking about the addiction, using drugs, drinking alcohol, and many behavior addictions I once faced. I do not have to worry about going to a party, wondering if they are going to be drinking or drugging. It doesn't faze me anymore. I even took a vacation one time to Las Vegas to see the Donnie and Marie Osmond show and felt no urge to gamble as I walked across the floor. But when I started the road to recovery, I held on to the thought, one day at a time, and sometimes even seconds. I wore a medallion around my neck with the serenity prayer. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. And when I felt like I was going to use, I would grab a hold of that medallion and speak it out until I no longer felt the urge to use, no matter how long it took. At the beginning of my recovery, I was so afraid that I was going to relapse that even if my aftershave had alcohol in it, I wouldn't use it. I struggled with staying clean and sober, and I believe that is why I relapsed after 9 years. I thought about it too much, but always felt in my heart there was a better way. The bottom line is, I was always living in the recovery mindset with always sitting on my shoulders, afraid of making the wrong choice, going back to my old habits. But once I started to look at it from the spiritual side, I knew that I can be set free from the addiction. I started to see that day after day, my mindset was changing. I no longer was thinking of myself as an addict. I was no longer looking at the fear that came with being addictive free. So I'm not sure where you are at this point in recovery or your addiction. I just hope that you seek out the right counsel, get on the right path. There are plenty of ways to stay clean and sober. There are hundreds of centers that treat addiction. And there is plenty of information on the World Wide Web. Just let your fingers do the walking. What I suggest to you is to do your due diligence and spend time researching the right path that is for you. Maybe you are already doing that, and that's how you came across this video. Great. You need to answer whether it is a traditional program, or maybe you are a family member needing Al-Anon, or maybe you are looking for something more deeper and you want to lean over to the spiritual side of things. Whatever way you feel to go, just do something. Get away from the abuse of your own self, whether it is from substance abuse, impulse disorder, or behavioral. You need to take the first step and realize that you have a problem and need help. Deciding that you have a problem, that you are addicted, that you are an addict of some kind. See, once you accept that, you are on your way to a better lifestyle. Even though I developed a spiritual 12-step program, I have a heart for addicts of all kinds. I just want to see them clean, sober, set free from their addiction. I want to see the world set free from addictions. And it starts with an addictive mindset. See, whether it is hereditary or because of your environment, I want you to know that no matter what type of addiction you are facing or belief of where the addiction started, you are worth more than the addiction offers. You are loved, my friend. You are worth every bit of time to give yourself another chance. The first thing to how to live an addictive-free life is to just stop. And now, if you are a heroin addict, please don't be like my stepdaughter who never found freedom because she OD'd. Reach out and get help. I thank God every day that I survived. I am a survivor from the addiction lifestyle, and you can be too. Everyone has that chance. It is not a discrimination thing. It does not matter what color your skin is, or what your beliefs are, or where you come from. What matters is, what do you want? Do you want to be set free from the addiction? Then start changing the way that you see yourself. Start changing your mindset and get on a better path. Learn everything you can because knowledge is the key. Now, I want to say that if you are a substance addict, please seek medical advice. Because depending on the type of drug you are on, you might need treatment to come off that drug, or you could die. Now, for myself, I needed detox to help me with the withdrawal, and then I went through rehab. Also, behavior addiction has a lot to do with the mindset. Gambling, for instance, was an easy thing for me to get caught up in. Walking on that floor with the bells and the whistles and the lights and the excitement of the atmosphere, that all drew me in. The thrill of winning, sometimes. But what happens when you lose? Financial problems, debt, emotional breakdown. I had to change the way that I viewed gambling in order to be able to stop. The bottom line of most of the problems with addiction is our mindset. So I pray that you seek out the right path to freedom, that you gain knowledge to make the right choices, that you understand the source that started your addiction. Set a goal to stay clean and sober one day at a time. And if you have to do it every second, do it. Change the way you see yourself, and you can find freedom. And yes, you can live a life addictive free. So thank you, my friend. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so you can learn more about me, review some other videos. And so until we talk again, stay clean, stay safe, and stay focused. Thank you.